Hi, this is Hanji with Anime on Lactation. Anime on Location here, interviewing the famous Brett Weaver, famous voice actor. Could you put your damn phone away?
Okay.
So, Mr. Weaver, thank you so much for being here at Anime on Location.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
Why are you acting like a robot?
I don't know. The camera's on right now.
Okay, do you get stage fright normally?
A little bit.
Are you going to be okay?
I think so.
Do you need assistance?
With
Because I saw like an amazing Ice King over there who might be able to help you out.
or our Lord and Savior Chuck Huber could help us.
Because he has a gigantic picture of himself, and when you're walking underneath Chuck Huber's picture, you feel like you're walking under Jesus.
Yes.
And if the picture were to pee, it'd be like Jesus is reigning. Get it? Do you see what I did there?
Yes, very good. Okay, I'm here now.
All right, so Brett Weaver.
Yes.
It has been a long time since we last got the chance to talk to you.
Well, not you and me, but John.
It has been a long time since John Lentini of Anime on Location has been able to, have a chance to talk with you. I believe it was actually Ohayocon 2009. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct.
So, dude, WTF? How have you been since then?
Well, my friend Jessica moved to Austin, so we got to hang out with each other. And scarily enough, Brett Weaver and Jessica Calvello lived a half mile from each other, which is a weird situation, but nothing was destroyed in the process. In fact, but our friendship got even stronger, if that's possible. Let's see. I've been doing stuff with Attack on Titan. I got cast in that. I've been doing a lot more One Piece.
Explain One Piece.
I'm Mr. One and Captain Morgan, and I also played another guy, and I can't remember because that's the way it works. I think every interview I've ever done on this, there's always me going, and I did some other stuff, and I can't remember because they pay me, and that's it. So, I started doing more theater. I was doing more improvisational theater. I'm doing more to make Jessica laugh, which I do, and make my wife EK laugh. We finished up the Less Than Epic Adventures of TJ and Amal, did a Kickstarter, and got the full volume or the full omnibus published through a publisher, Iron Studios, Iron... I wanted to say Iron. No, I wanted to say Iron Cat, and I know that's not because that's Steve Bennett's studio. And now Spike is going to kill me because I can't remember it at this very moment. But so we've got it all published, and that was fantastic. And even on the Onion, they in the AV Club, they said that it was one of the 10 independent comics that people should be reading. So I'm very, very excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And your wife is awesome.
She is.
I am also good friends with EK. Sometimes we go shopping and buy makeup.
Yep.
And sometimes we talk girl talk.
Scares me.
It shouldn't scare you. We say good things about you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Moving on.
Okay.
So, Brett,
Yes.
you are now and have been a part of the colossal success, see what I did there,
Yes.
of Attack on Titan. I would like to know, how has it been working on that show, and how do you handle the colossal fan response to it?
Are you talking about people that are just fans of the Colossals?
Yeah, it's an indie band out of Austin.
I love the Colossals. I tell you what,
They're really good.
that one song that they do, it's really big.
It's big. They played at Red 7 and things got huge.
Yeah, there's been great fan response. People are like, "Yay, Brett!" Most of it is through Twitter, and usually it's through something you say, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, Brett Weaver, he's on the who is he again? The Hershey Kiss guy? Yes, good for him. Glad to see him working again." That's I'm always doing something. Sure, you're not on the national scene, so we don't care. And I'm like, oh. So, yeah. And no, it's been great. And And there's been a lot of opportunities that have come out of that, especially just moving forward in the way this industry is changing, that it makes things be okay that you don't live in the city where the stuff is being produced.
That's a good answer. Anything else to add?
No.
Oh, all right. Thank you for that. So, the One Piece family. The One Piece family. What is it like to work on it? Do you have any specific stories? Adventures. Okay, there are adventures in One Piece. There are adventures in Brett Weaver's life.
Yes.
Let's do a compare and contrast.
Everything is way more interesting on One Piece than in my life. I can tell you that. Maybe not.
Hey, you grill a lot.
I do, but I don't have any strange fruit to eat that makes my toes longer and invincible.
Sounds like we have a new goal for you.
Okay, let's make a project out of that.
Do you like working on One Piece?
Oh yeah, it's great. It was funny was I've recently started playing Mr. One again, and I think it's been like 7 years since I've played this character, and so I thought it was Captain Morgan that I was getting the script for, and I see Mr. One, and I go, is that guy even still alive? And they're like, oh yeah, he's been in prison. And I'm like, I remember Roronoa Zoro, which I hate saying that name, kill my character in a movie, and he was like dead. Oh no, Brett. The show has got 750 episodes. We're only at 437 right now. And that's after 7 years. So you have no worry. Your characters are going to show back up again. I'm like, yay, I wish I had a piece of that. So One Piece. I wish I had one piece of that. Yay. So, yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a great show, and it's wacky. And I just say thank you to Mike for calling me each time he does that.
That's awesome. Yay. 10 years ago, Samurai 7 came out. And it's been a great source of material. Yeah. So what's it like? So it came out 7 years ago. Right. 10 years ago. I can't read. 10 years ago, Samurai 7 came out for fans to watch, and it has a great source material. How was it working on the project?
Language right there. But that's okay. What was it like working on that project?
So did you work on it 10 years ago?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Because there's been a lot that's gone on in 10 years.
Yeah.
Let's go over that first.
Okay, let's go over the whole 10 years. So the day after I recorded, that would be funny. Some of the things that, I had breakfast. I woke up. I itched my foot.
We'd be here for another 10 years while you went over.
Yeah, because I'm going to do minute for minute. And you know what? Why don't I just perform that next 10 years over the next 10 years?
And that would have been when you were 22.
All right. Sure, I'll go with that. Because if I was 22 10 years ago, this is a really horrible 32. What happened to you, Brett Weaver? My life's been hard, is what I'm saying. Samurai 7 was great. And, of course, everybody says that's the great source material. But, the Magnificent Seven was written on this. And, there's a whole bunch of movies that are kind of based on this original storyline. I love that whole thing of the ragtag group that comes and beats the big guys. And, in the end, some of them don't have all the purest of motives. That's all fantastic. A lot of anti-heroes. With mine, of course, I was the bad guy. And the thing that I remember most of it was I got the best death gurgle. When they killed my character, I made sure to do, just the most disgusting death gurgle. I think his head was cut off and split in half. And so, but I was a robot. So I'm a robot character in it, but I still made sure, and I think he was a cyborg, and I just made sure to have the most disgusting death gurgle ever. And I remember the director was just dying laughing the way I died. So, that's always great, is when you can make your director laugh over something so disgusting. It's like, yes, that's feels good about it. But yeah, that one. I'm pretty sure my character is never coming back. They're never gonna. Oh, Samurai 7 2. That dude returns. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Excellent. I'd like to go back to the less than epic adventures of TJ and Amal. Look, your wife is the creator, the artist, the author of the less than epic adventures of TJ and Amal. It has had a lot of great successes since it came out in.
Well, let's see. It's
my question yet.
okay. Yeah, it started. Well, we started back in 2007.
Okay, give it back. In 2007. I just want to know. So, you're the editor, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel? Well, this is a complicated question. I'm going to try to make this work.
Yeah.
How has it been being the editor and working on that with your wife, but also just being an editor? How does that feel? And do you feel it helps with voice acting? Good luck with that.
I'm going to turn the question around a little bit. I think that my voice acting or my acting has helped with the story, because there were many times, I haven't been the kind of editor where it's like, this is all about what I want. It's just me looking at it, and because I know my wife, obviously, and I know what the story is, there'll be points where I go, what if instead of going this way, we go this direction with it and decide, add a panel here to hold, to build tension, and just understanding as I'm reading. Most of the time I'm reading this stuff out loud, because through the story we were trying to make it sound as natural as possible, even though it's a comic. That was the idea, was to even have breaks in speech, incomplete sentences, but not so bad that people can't follow the story, but that it helps build the character for everybody. And we try to create this whole universe that looks a lot like our universe, that then we can build off of and know where the characters are going. And EK was great about that, and being able to do that, and not only convey that in the artwork, but also in the writing as well. And that for me was fascinating to watch that happen.
That's awesome. Do you like working with your wife on it?
Yes, I do. I like working with her so much that I make myself available, and then she goes into the office and works on the comic, and then I'll be like, hey, do you need it? She's like, leave me alone. And then I was like, okay, I'll be playing Skyrim or Fallout 4 out here. And she's like, what? But no, actually, it's been even better than that, because technology has changed. She started out drawing it just on paper, and then we'd scan it in. And then we got her an Intuos monitor drawing device so that she can do her digital inking. But the downside of that was she'd have to stay in the office because we couldn't move that big bulky thing all around. Well, at Christmas, I convinced her parents to get her a Surface Pro 4, and it has the ability to do more inking, and now she can sit on the couch. So now I will watch TV, play video games, think deep thoughts while she sits next to me and works on the tablet. So it becomes better for us to bond together.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And very sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. You are working on that great comic web show, Side Night and Happiness, and how is it working on it?
It was fun working on it. If they want me to work more, all they got to do is call. And I was very grateful to Jessica, because I would have never been part of it unless we had to do a recording at my house. And Jessica goes, Brett's a voice actor too. You can use him. And so I think I did one thing where I was like, what? And that was, and then I go, okay, we're going to use you for more stuff. Yeah. And I'm very excited to be working with those guys and with the Team 4-Star guys. And in fact, I would say I'm probably more excited about working with independent animators that are doing the web stuff, because I feel like that's where it's going. Funimation and Sentai, love them, but there's more of a freedom with these guys than having to work with something that's just locked, set in stone. And And so I hope to continue on with that and find more creative outlets that not only use my voice, but use my brain and you and I's creative output. So then we can do something that's more personal.
So I had been asked a similar question like that too, and I kind of had a little bit of a different answer. So someone was like, "Do you feel that you have more freedom when you work on an independent piece as opposed to like working on something for a big corporation?" And I said, "Not really, because whether it's an independent company or it's not an independent company, you still have a script to adhere to. It's not like I get to add in, I'm not ad-libbing that much. I don't get to go, oh, let's change that line around. There's still a script I have to follow. Now with Side 9 Happiness, they haven't animated it yet, but it's not like Disney where they're like animating it to the person and the face and all that. It's not that complicated. Not that they're not complicated, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So, I don't feel a lot of freedom. Now I might have a little bit more fun because of the content, and but yeah, I don't necessarily feel that I'm more free because I'm still taking direction. I'm still working with the director. It's their vision. It's their piece, and I'm hired to move that forward.
That's very interesting. I didn't even think about it that way. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. All right. So, are there any upcoming shows that you can talk about? I know the NDA thing is like, shut you down. You can't say nothing. But is there anything you can say anything about that you've got coming out?
Well, the last time I was interviewed, I had announced that I was going to do the complete works of Shakespeare abridged. And I never got that going because I never could find a venue to do it. And it was going to be my friend Jose and Scott Shipman, which you've seen him perform. And we just never could get it together, which is okay because I did other stuff since then. I've done a lot of theater recently. That's been exciting, but now I'm ready to take it to the next level. And I'm working towards doing a improvised radio show. Radio play, and that's something I like this venue. I like this outlet because it makes me go, okay, I'm going to announce some stuff that I'm really going to work towards. It's almost like giving your New Year's resolution. So I'm working towards that. My friend Doug and I are really pushing to try to do a YouTube cooking channel where I teach you how to do techniques or stuff that I know how to do, and it's set for the technical person who thinks they can't cook but really want to. And I'm gonna have that in my own kitchen, and eventually as I build up, I haven't even started the first episode yet, but once I do get that first episode going, my goal is to then have other people who I really like the way they cook and have them come in and show me some techniques so that we can build, and then everybody can use that to eventually find out that it's not all just art. So there's a lot of science that's involved in it, much like how Alton Brown has proven, but to where you can see, oh, I can cook that and it's not that hard, and this can be fantastic using the same ingredients that you would usually use. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but as long as you know what these techniques are, it'll make things better for you. So yeah, YouTube cooking channel. And I hope to do that soon, and I want everybody to see that and enjoy that from me.
That's right. I forgot to mention that Brett is a foodie and amazing chef. He actually made an amazing gumbo for me and one of our other favorite VAs, Carly Mosier, and he brought that to us at IkiCon, and it was awesome and so good, and thank you.
Sure.
Yo, where can people find you? Where can people keep up with you? Are you active on the interwebs?
I am fairly, I don't know, okay. You'd think I know how to grab one of these things.
Wow.
What? You can find me on Facebook, but honestly, I'm not terribly active.
I'm giving you a way in, but you're really not.
Right. On Twitter, you can catch me at Backlog. That's BACHLOGUE. Well, I called it Backlog because in the beginning, I'm going to be profane here. is because originally I thought it would be funny to do a Twitter that just talks about my bowel movement.
Hashtag I am 12.
Yes, hashtag I am 12. And actually, I did put hashtag I am 12 when I first put it up. So yeah, that's I'm there. I'm on. I probably need to do a public page. I've just been kind of thinking I was kind of fading out of the things that people are interested in me verse.
You shouldn't feel that way at all.
Well, I mean it's not an ego thing. I was just like, okay, well, I'm getting close to 50 and I'm moving on to do other things, but I know I have people are going, what are you doing? We want you to stick around. So yes, I'm going to ramp that back up and stick around, and then you'll start seeing it on YouTube. Just look under Brett Weaver, you can find me. I will definitely work towards doing more with that. Of course, there's our website, big-truck.com, www.bigbigtruck.com. It's where EK and I talk about stuff that we need to update and give links to. That's probably the best place that you can contact us and see what's going on.
I want to thank Brett Weaver for talking with me, Hanji, at Anime on Lactation location. And it's been a real pleasure, sir, to get to know you a little bit better, even though I've known you for 21 years.
I don't think anything I've said to you was very surprising.
It wasn't, but I like to hear it because I like you.
Yay, I like you too.